and that is a mentality that I think you have to have, is that like I know I'm never failing.
Yeah.
Like never. At anything that I do, it's never a failure.
Of course not, because I feel like if a person is determined to reach a certain goal, like it doesn't matter how long it might take to actually reach that goal. Like the goal's gonna get met. You know, like I'm not too sure when and everything else, but at the same time, like if you're working towards that, it's gonna happen. So like you only fail if you just stop. You know?
What's up, everyone? This is DNA of a Man. I'm Anthony Williams. We have
Derek Vandalander.
And we also have the fucking myth, the guy, the fucking legend, the... Well, what else can you say about this guy?
Keep on going. Let's keep on going.
What else can you say about this guy?
He's the dude, man.
He's the GOAT. He is the GOAT. You know, he's the GOAT of Forex. He's the GOAT of building a brand around himself, man. And dude, you've been fucking consistent, and you've crushed it, man. And much respect, much love, and let's just do a cheers to that one.
Cheers.
Let's do a cheers.
Cheers.
Oh shoot! Oh.
Cheers. Hold on, wait. Get the pop. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
ASMR. Hey, I love it. And while we are taking a sip of this beer, I hope you are drinking a fine drink along with us.
Why not?
If not, pause the video, go pour yourself one, and then come right back. But in that pausing section, please hit the subscribe button. Also, go ahead and like this, share this with your friends, and just be on the lookout for just everything we have coming. So we can, it just helps us. It just helps the algorithm, so we can keep interviewing cool people and keep talking like we act like we have something to say or something. Just keep talking. So, man, I'm excited for this one. This one's going to be fun. I didn't even take my sip.
Come on, bro. You got to get it together.
Let me get one for you, too.
Oh,
cheers again, guys.
God, that's a good fucking beer. That's a good beer. So, this is the DNA of a man.
Yeah.
What do you think of when you hear that?
Damn. Like, I think it's kind of like just like what, like when you think of man, or just like, you know, like the manly man, like alpha, like what creates that person as far as personality. Could be like how they think, like how they go about things, like the whole process of how they just move, you know? Yeah.
So do you think the DNA is like, it's just embedded in us, or can you be taught that, or do you learn that, or
Honestly,
is it just in us?
Yo, that's like a really, really good question. I feel like it comes from just upbringing. Even down to like genetics, I feel like, honestly, like you're built with that, you know? I don't feel like you could be taught it. Yeah, like I haven't really seen a person just like gradually all of a sudden they're this, now all of a sudden they're alpha. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like they're born that, you know?
It's always been.
It's just like
way.
how they go about things. Like it's just the personalities, how they the leadership role, like they just take it, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you can learn to be more alpha, and I think you can learn
to be more.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know,
I mean, I agree. I don't want to deter people, because I think you can learn how to be more, or learn not more, but learn how to be more of that. But I agree that it's
in you.
We talk about it all the time, just seeing like when someone walks in a room, is their presence known?
Yeah.
And that's a big thing. Like, do you have a radiating presence?
Yeah. Like you walk in a room, like are people turning their head and like stop eating to look at you? You know, like,
it's that
or are
energy.
they gonna,
that energy. And I like, that's why, like, you know, me and Derek decided to do this, because I feel like we both have that same energy. It's
correct.
Like you're gonna catch us and you're gonna see us, or we're gonna make you fucking see us.
And I also think that has to come with like just wanting to be not normal, you know, like everyone that I know,
or wanting to be better.
Yes, or better, you know, but just be yourself, and I think you'll radiate that energy 1,000 times more.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially like when it comes to like, you know, being yourself, yes, but just being confident about, you know,
who you are.
Yeah, but just comfortable in your own skin, you know, like don't really feel like too insecure about like, oh, like what is this person gonna think about me, or that kind of thing. Like I have a thing that I always say, like, you only care if you care. You know?
For sure.
And that's a major thing. Like if you're walking in a gym and then you feel like everybody's staring at you and that kind of stuff, but in reality, like they might not be staring at you. So like stop trying to overthink things, you know, like it's not that serious. So just go about it.
Definitely.
I love that.
Just being raw. I mean, like, and you see people that are killing it in in their businesses, and I feel like they're always just like raw and just authentically themselves.
Those are the businesses that actually go far.
That.
Yeah.
You know?
And consistent.
Yeah.
But that's I feel like that's a trait of our true alpha, true male, is just being consistently consistent.
Yeah,
like, you know, just
keeping your word.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge thing.
Yeah, and always just trying to be the best person of yourself.
Yeah.
And it's like, we might say a lot of things like be better, but it's like we're not trying to tell someone how to be better. We're not telling anyone what they should be better at. We're just be the better version that you think you should be.
Yeah, try to grow towards being like, if you're in one place, like next year, like you should be better than what you was last year, you know, or even
every single day.
Every single day, exactly.
Yeah, I interviewed someone a while back. His name was Tommy Jackson, and he said is one of the greatest fucking humans I've ever interviewed. Had the pleasure of speaking to. He's fucking genius, incredible human being, and he's like to say something that every single morning he would hit the reset button, and so every day it was a new day, no matter what happened yesterday. And I think, didn't he say he had like something that's next to it that he actually hit or something like that? I don't know. It was something, he did something routinely that it was like a reset button. So like no matter what, he started the day over because he always thought like he could turn the page and be better.
Got it.
I love that.
And I was like, yo, that's a great fucking mindset.
Like if he had a terrible day yesterday, then all that's irrelevant in this brand new day.
Yep, this is a brand new day.
Okay.
It's another gift.
Yeah, true.
It's a gift to wake up, and it's a gift to be alive, and
correct.
It's the ability to be better.
Yeah.
So, where are you seeing yourself as far as growth in the next year or so, and like what you want to do as a, you know, as a man, as a father,
I mean,
as you know, what is your goals? I know everyone asks your goals, like what are your goals in trading and all that, but what are your goals in life? Personal goals.
Yeah, like personal goals. Like I feel like I'm definitely still growing as a person. You know, like I feel like I'm nowhere close to where I want to be, or how, you know, how my persona is and that kind of stuff. I feel like I could definitely be a bit more confident with how I go about things. I'm confident already, but I feel like there's certain things that kind of like make me feel uneasy, you know? So it's kind of like just taking the time to just really understand the situation and don't let it throw off my personality. You know what I'm saying? Like throw me off as a person. And yeah, just trying to like just process things a bit differently so I could actually comprehend them a lot more and everything. So I feel like my personality can shift if somebody gets me upset. Yeah. You know, like that kind of thing. Like it shouldn't deteriorate like how I go about things. And at times it does, depending on who that person is, you know?
Are you an overthinker?
Bro, it's bad. Yeah, I definitely could be. And it's like whenever I overthink, it's not like I overthink, let's say, kind of bad stuff. It's like the most extreme shit, you know, like full, like the worst shit possible. I have to think about it, you know?
Yes.
Just so I could actually just see like what's possible and like get my mind ready for that possibility and everything, you know?
Do you think the overthinking is the stem root of the pressures on a man? The reason I said that is because I feel like as a man, I personally feel like there's tons of pressures just to always be something more or something better or provide some way better. I mean, and so that makes me overthink everything.
And that's not wrong either, you know, because as a man, like I feel like I'm supposed to, you know, be that person that takes on a lot of the pressure and provide, and like, you know, I have a lot of weight on my shoulders, you know?
Yeah.
Because we're built different, you know?
Yes.
We're built to take on like the extra pressure and that kind of stuff, you know? Like our mental can take a bit more at times, you know? So I don't mind the pressure, you know? I don't really.
Hey, pressure makes diamonds.
It does.
It's a part of it.
You know?
It's a part of it.
That's dope. I like hearing that because a lot of people like, you don't use it as an excuse. Like I've just seen it's not. I've seen a lot of people just be like, oh, they're getting the stress, and it's like, and then they're about it, but like they're not. It's like,
well, a lot of people, I notice a lot of people like when they get pressured, like it just makes them go like sit on the couch and play Call of Duty.
Yeah,
you know, where it's like you gotta like just grow in that pressure. Like that's when you get to test yourself,
embrace it a little bit.
I also feel like, because we talk about this all the time, how energies are shifting around the world, and it's like a lot of the time, like when I start feeling this pressure on me, and I start feeling I get high anxiety and all this other stuff, the next thing I know, I turn around and like within 30 days, it's like I grew my income, I grew my financial situation, I grew my personal situation, I grew in all aspects of life.
Mm-hmm.
So that shift, I feel like that anxiety is because of high pressure, but then the pressure, like, because let's face it, like, we're not failing.
Yeah.
We're not gonna fucking fail.
Yeah.
Anyone that says like that, like, oh well, you could fail or you could lose, like, you're not gonna fucking fail. If you're alive, you haven't failed.
Yeah.
There's always that fucking next day, that next time, that next step.
Try it again.
Just try try it again. And so it's like, and that is a mentality that I think you have to have, is that like I know I'm never failing.
Yeah.
Like, never. At anything that I do, it's never a failure.
Of course not, because I feel like if a person is determined to reach a certain goal, like, it doesn't matter how long it might take to actually reach that goal. Like, the goal is going to get met, you know? Like, I'm not too sure when and everything else, but at the same time, like, if you're working towards that, it's going to happen. So, like, you only fail if you just stop, you know?
Yeah.
You could keep on going and trying again. Like, you could probably just, like, let's say mess up or fail a little bit, but to actually say that you just, like, fully failed, that means that you are not trying again.
Yep.
You know? So even if we mess up, we keep on going and see, like, what's possible, you know? Because at the end of the day, like, you know, tomorrow is always a brand new day. It's always a brand new day for a new opportunity, a new chance to be better, all these things, you know?
Quitters never win.
Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing.
I love that.
Did you have a strong male role model in your life?
My dad.
Yeah.
My dad. That's why I said, like, when it comes to the alpha mentality, like, it came from my dad. Remember, like, I have 30 siblings, bro. 18 brothers. Like, he created a fucking army.
Wow.
And, like, we are all, like the same exact, let's say, like, overall personality. Like, we give off, like, that alpha type of, you know, like, we take care of shit, you know?
Your dad did it right. I love that.
So, like, that's where I actually look at, like, when it comes to, like, a person that's in charge or takes control, leadership, all that shit. Like, I look at him because I see, growing up, like, I've seen how he actually goes about situations and handles certain things. A lot of pressure, you know? A lot of, you know, females, of course, you know, all the moms and everything else, the pressure from that, businesses, like, this person is calling him, this person is calling him, like, pressure till this day. It's the same pressure. And he still takes care of everything. So it's like, just coming from that, you know, it's genetically in me to, like, just be how I am. You know what I'm saying? Take charge. Don't quit. It's in my DNA, bro.
It's in your fucking DNA.
And I think nothing less of that. It's what it is, you know?
You don't know any different. I love that,
I know no different. It's what it is. Quitting, I seen too much in life growing up to know that, yo, like, life is out here to live.
Yes.
Things are here to take on the opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like, money's out here to be made. Business can be created and blown up, you know, from nothing, from scratch. I've seen it all. So certain things don't really sway me too much because I've seen a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Starting from that, man.
And that's one of the reasons, like, kind of why we started this podcast is because, like, I personally think, like, a male role model in your life growing up is, like, one of the most important things for everyone. Male, female, like, just
a present male. Let's state that a present male.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's a lot of males that are present, but they're not alpha, they're not manly, or manly, whatever the fuck you want to call it, that aren't present. And so, go ahead. I just wanted to make sure we made that very clear.
Yes, true. Because you can't have, like, you could have a random male in your life, but it's not going to be as much of an impact as a present male that's always there. That's pretty much like you're seeing the ups and downs, like, you're seeing the growth, like, you're seeing that person, you know, flow through life, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's a big difference.
I think that's a huge difference. I mean, just, like, having somebody, guide you in that way is, like, so huge. Like, I know so many dads that just, like, let their kids just, like, kind of do whatever they want and, like, not presence in their life, and you can see it in their character. So that's why I think it's so important to, like, instill what you believe in your
Not
kids.
even in your kids, but, like, even your spouse.
Yeah, definitely.
I was going to say, I have a lot of brothers. So, like, that dad role, it kind of, like, bounced off of, like, even my older brothers because I have older brothers.
Uh-huh.
So if I'm not getting all the attention from my dad, it's going to still get to me based off of, like, my brothers still.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of male energy around me still, you know?
Oh.
So, like, even though, like, it might not fully 100% come from my father, it's still going to come from my brothers, which is still a representation of my father. So, like, it's still getting down to me in some kind of way.
I love
you know?
that.
Yeah.
A legacy.
A legacy, exactly.
I love that shit. So, tell them a little bit about. I know. Let's see if they don't I know you or whatever, because we're trying to get this to a few million subscribers. But so they might not all be in our niche and stuff like that. But tell them a little bit about about just yourself, your name, full name, what's your Instagram, your age, social security, no, I'm just
everything.
No,
Like everything.
just
whatever you wanna
whatever
tell,
you wanna
bro.
tell
I don't,
them.
bro. Like I feel like when it comes to telling like my story, like it's
You ain't gotta tell your whole
it's
story.
so much, you know.
Okay, you don't gotta tell your whole story.
But as far as like what
Where you're at
what
in
I
life
put
right
out
now?
there-
What do you have? Like, like what's your favorite car?
Yeah.
What cars you have?
But
How many kids do you have? all
Before
that
even
stuff.
getting to the cars, like you got to pretty much understand, like, oh, that's like a byproduct of just years and years and years and years and years and years and more years and years and years of work, you know.
Yeah.
But my name is Quillen Black. I'm born in Jamaica. Been living in the U.S. from like since I was like 9 years old. Just became a citizen like the other year, actually. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still fresh. I'm 31. My favorite color is yellow. Like the biggest part of I feel like that that blew up like when it comes to my story is that, you know, I used to work at Target in 2015, and then I was making like maybe like $8.25 an hour. I actually got hired for like a seasonal, you know, Christmas, like the whole rush stuff, and like only so many people made it in January. You know what I'm saying? So like I was one of the people that actually made it. Made the cut and that kind of stuff. And even like when it comes to even little things like Target, bro. If I'm sweeping the floors, I'm gonna be a fucking good ass floor sweeper. I'm gonna make sure that I'm standing out in some kind of way. So like it never even mattered like what position I'm in or any kind of opportunity that I was given. I'm gonna get that shit. Do you think I was gonna be the one that's gonna get cut? Are you crazy? What the hell? You know, because no, of course, because if I'm gonna try to do something, I'm gonna be the person that actually succeeds at that certain thing.
What is that?
It doesn't matter what it is.
What is that quote that says if you're gonna do? It's like I know there's one that's like dressed like how you want to be upon or whatever, dressed upon or whatever they say.
Dress how you want to be addressed.
Yes.
Dress how you want to be addressed. Oh, nice.
But it relates to life. But there's another saying that's like that how you do the little things is how you do everything.
Yeah.
And I like that. That's what you brought that up. Like,
yeah,
you were competitive even in the
that's
aspect.
That's one thing I want to say too. Yeah. Like, obviously, I've seen you post your videos when you were at Target, but you portrayed that confidence when you were working at Target as well.
Bro, still same way. Like, listen, like I got not even like award and everything, but like I was kind of voted as like the best cashier for a little bit, you know, because I was all over the place. But you know, there's certain things that this is where like my confidence and everything still kind of spoke up. Like I remember like this one time the manager had said he had told me to do something, and he was like, "Yo, you do as I say, this and that, this and that." I was like, "Yo, hold the fuck up. Like, listen, don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted. Like, I do like whatever I want to do and that kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't have to be here. Like, listen, like I could quit like right now and still be good, you know? So I have to kind of like check them, because at the same time, like if a person's in power, they're going to try to take advantage of you in some kind of way, you know? And me even speaking up for myself, people that was working at Target with me, they knew that, yo, like I wasn't like some regular dude at like a dead end job. Like I still had goals outside of work. I used to show people like, yo, look, like I'm looking at my trades and everything. Like, this is what I do outside of work. And they're like, oh, whatever, this and that. Because I remember that day, like I was in the electronics area, right? The little cubby that's over there and everything. And I was showing like my coworker all of my trades and everything. But they're like, so like if you're doing all that, then why are you here? And I'm like, God damn, like why am I here? You know? But don't get it twisted. Like Target was a good job, because at the same time, like I went through a little bit of depression, because like after I got fired from my old job, I wasn't working for it quite a while. I was just in my room the entire time, just trying to figure out how to make money online. You know, some kind of way, affiliate marketing, like all these other things. So like I wasn't interacting with people. So I had to get a job that pretty much had people. Target. I was interacting with people again, because I'm a people's person. Mm-hmm. So Target was cool based off of that reason, but eventually came to a point that when it came to building a business, like I had bigger dreams. You know, I had bigger dreams outside of Target. I was still trading. I making a couple $100s here, a couple $100s here. Had $1,000 a day like while I was at Target. So like I wasn't really stressing being at Target. I bought a brand new BMW 335 2015 at the time, and they knew that like the money that I was paying for the car, it was not coming from Target. So like they seen that I was the only one with like a brand new car, other than like the managers that was pulling up with a car that cost like, I think at the time like $50,000. You know what I'm saying? It's just like those small things. Like I had bigger dreams outside of Target. You know, so eventually like I just put in my 2 weeks. I didn't really put much effort in the 2 weeks. I wrote on like a corner of a piece of paper like listen, like, I got bigger dreams than this and that, this and that, this and that. Like, I believe in myself way too much to even stay here. I put it in. Respectfully, I stayed those 2 weeks because at the same time, I hate leaving on a bad note. Regardless of any kind of job that I was in, I appreciate, you know, the opportunity that they gave me. You know what I'm saying? So, for my 2 weeks, put it in, stayed for those 2 weeks. I said my farewells, and I went on my way, you know? Even till this day, like, I run into some people that was with me when I was at Target, like, the other day, like, I was at a club, and then a person had tapped me, like, yo, bro, like, I used to work with you at Target, blah, blah, like, I'm so proud of you, blah, blah, like, I believed in you the entire time, and this and that, this and that, and it kind of comes to show you, like, some people will not, you know, understand your dreams like how you understand them because, you know, just based off, like, how your experiences and, like, the goals that you have for yourself, you know? So, like, whatever position that I was in, any kind of job, I've only had 2 jobs, but, like, any kind of spot that I was in, I never forgot about, like, my main goals. You know what I'm saying? Like, all those jobs were just temporary on me on that path towards, like, my bigger goals. So Target played its the space in my journey. Everything else did, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I learned something from being there, from the people that was there, great people and everything else, but my time was done. I got to keep on going and go towards, like, my bigger goals, you know?
That's fucking epic.
Look at you now.
Yeah.
That's fucking epic. So, would you agree that, like I'm just hearing you talk in your story, and it's like, I'm kind of like, I want to, like, ask questions, but I'm kind of like, oh, just fucking talk. No, but on the real, though, it's like, would you agree that, like, when it comes to, like, being a man or just being whatever you want, whatever it is, there's a balance, and I noticed, like, you know, you said you stayed for the 2 weeks even though you didn't need to because you respected the opportunity.
Of course.
So, but then you also stood up to your manager. So there's a time where you have to be strong and bold, and there's also a time
setting boundaries.
And there's also a time where you have to be
respect yourself mainly. Like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna let somebody disrespect me, knowing that I have respect for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like,
Facts. So there's a balance when you have to have that mutual respect and being like you can't. Basically, what I'm saying is you can't always be the bull in a what is that saying?
The bull in a pen type thing, or
you can't always be that. Like, and a lot of people think that just being a man is being like, oh,
like
you
aggressive
have to be alpha
or macho,
and no, it's like you humbled yourself and said, you know, I'm gonna stay my 2 weeks because I respect what you did for me. So it's showing the gratitude. It's just a huge balance of balancing all these other things. It's like being, you know, walking into a room, like, you don't always have to be the biggest and the baddest.
Definitely
but
not.
You also have to know when to stand up for yourself, but you also have to know when to humble yourself, and you also have to know when to lay down, you know, not necessarily fold, but you have to lay down and say, okay, this is that.
A lot of times, like, you can still be the biggest and the baddest and not show that you're the biggest and the baddest.
Usually the biggest and the baddest is the ones that don't talk.
Exactly.
You know?
I believe it.
That's really what it comes down to, and that's why I feel like
the alpha wolf leads from the back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Say it
always.
Again? Wait, say it again?
It's why the alpha wolf leads from the back.
Yep.
Got it.
Isn't it? There's like, and then the weaker,
he like puts one of the toughest in the front, but he's in the back because he's watching, you know, what's going on from the back.
Entire thing, exactly.
Do you also, and this is a little fun fact, but do you also know that I just learned this the other day. There was a person that lives with wolves for years, and the only way he convinced them that he was the alpha was by eating liver. Liver from animals.
They like watched him too, didn't they? They like watched him do it.
And they would watch him eat the liver because every alpha species, so every species that's dominant that eats meat and stuff like that, the first thing they eat on an animal is liver. Okay. And that is kind of the key factor of showing that, like, you're the alpha. Yeah. Because that is the most nutritious part of any food. It's the most nutrient dense food in the world. Yeah. It's the most, like, so nutritious, but that's what the alpha would always give.
I had no idea about that, actually.
Yeah, that's why I've been so big into, like, the supplements, and I've been telling you about all that. Yeah. But it's just cool to, like, think, like, how the alpha actually operates, because a lot of the time, the alpha, when they would kill, like, wolves, when they would kill something, he would only eat the liver. Yeah. And then share the other, and then the other animals, like his pack, would eat the whole animal. Yeah. But he would get the most nutrients, but it's also one of the smallest portions.
Got it. Okay.
So he could hold all the nutrients, so he could hold himself strong.
Got it.
Isn't that crazy to think about? Yeah, I learned that from a podcast.
Yeah, hey, from a podcast. Learn a lot from a podcast, you know.
Yeah, so listen to this podcast and also subscribe. Also subscribe and comment and share this with your friends. And, you know, this is not just for men. Yeah. Even though it's DNA of a man, this is not just for men. Maybe it's for women that you know what, if you're a man and you want to hear some crazy shit and we talk about some crazy shit, sometimes share it with your wife or your spouse or
Why
just
not?
females, because
You also get inside the mind of a man. You know?
exactly,
Correct,
and
correct.
what a man needs. You know
Yes.
what, a lot of times we're gonna talk about what a man needs for like life. So yeah, hit that subscribe button and share this and like it and just do it all. Just help
Yeah,
us do it all.
Be a part of the circle.
Be a part of this journey. So I love that though. I love, like, I'm fascinated by that, like how you went through your journey, and it's incredible.
I mean, and still going through that journey. You know, like the journey is life. You know, like there's chapters in life, and that was just like one chapter. And like right now, I'm on chapter 31. You know,
Yeah, I love
gotta
that.
keep on
man.
going.
I really like that.
That's epic.
Yeah,
Sorry.
gotta keep on
Random
going.
phone call.
So I have a question for you.
good.
We're all dads here.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, did you feel different as you became a dad?
At first I couldn't feel it, but I feel like I feel it more now.
Yeah, okay.
You know, like
Mhm.
my daughter's 2 years old now. She's almost 3. I feel it now a lot. Like just the energy that she gives off. How she communicates now. All these things. Like, friggin' I was the other day, like I was watching like an old video of her, and I just started crying.
Aw.
Like, I swear to God, like this tears just came down. Like my homeboy came inside the house. I was like, bro, just don't mind me right now. Like, don't mind me right now.
I'm
like,
in my feels.
Yeah. Like it was crazy. Like it was just they just kind of like just tap into like a different side of you. Like nowadays, like when they're a baby, it's cool. But like now, like it's like your little homie. You know, like
Yes.
that kind of thing. Like they could chill with you. They could talk to you. Like all
You do
these
know
things.
it's okay to cry.
Of course.
Alright.
That's why I wasn't ashamed of it. Like it was a close friend. So like I'm like, yo, like I don't
Even if it
mind.
was someone random.
I don't
who
mind
cares?
crying around you. You know.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like that's another thing that we want to talk about on this, because
Yeah.
that is like men need to express their feelings. Men need to express themselves. It's not good to be the man that's just like, ugh.
Pent
Like,
up.
it's
Macho,
not.
macho.
Pent
It's
up. And
not.
you can't
It's
share
not.
your emotions. You
Correct.
just live unhappy that way.
You do. You need to be able to talk and speak, and especially inside your relationship. You know, it's like a relationship with your significant other, your spouse, and like that is a huge one. Like that's a huge. I'm a huge advocate for, like, I'm not saying set the roles or set the rules, but like set the roles or set the rules. Like I feel like that's a huge thing. And it's not like I'm not setting them. We're both setting them. We're
Mhm.
both setting the expectations.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's like I want to make that very clear. Like I'm not telling her what she has to do or like how we have to live.
Mm-hmm.
I'm setting my expectations, and she's setting her expectations. And if those expectations are the same, then it's gonna work. But if they're not,
You gotta grow.
Yeah,
through
you gotta-
it, bro. You gotta grow through it and maneuver through that.
Compromise a
yeah,
little
you,
bit.
like you
At the end
have
of the day,
yeah.
you both need a safe place.
Correct.
Yes,
And I think that is huge in any relationship. If you feel like you can't be emotional with your significant other, like
Yeah.
you have
Right?
to have that.
Yeah.
especially as men. Like I'm just gonna say it. Like sometimes we just want to lay down and suck on a boob. You know what
Suck
I
on a
mean?
boob.
I'm dead fucking serious. I'm dead serious because I say that and like because that's how we were raised. That was our
Yeah.
comfort. Like sometimes that's just what the fuck men want to do. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't want to lay down and just.
Oh,
Yeah.
me,
Babe. But like that's a big one. That's that like I don't know. I believe in setting the roles and setting the expectations. And I'm not adding roles or telling a man what their role should be.
Correct.
But y'all's expectations and goals should coincide to grow together.
Yeah.
But setting those that's your job. I feel as the man to spark that conversation to have that.
Yeah.
Because men and women are both pleasers. Like naturally, you want to please everyone around you. Like it feels good. That's why do you think it feels better to give a gift
I
than
don't know
receive
about
a
it.
gift?
that. There's takers. There's people that just love taking.
Yeah.
You have to. I mean,
True.
there really
true.
is.
But
as you're-
we
as
don't
you're
interview
giving-
people that
yeah.
are like that.
As you're
I don't
giving,
want takers.
it
on
fulfills
this.
you. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's Christmas time, it feels great to give gifts.
Oh, it feels so good.
I'm not even worried about receiving gifts too much. Like, but me knowing that I'm giving a gift that person is gonna actually appreciate it and enjoy, like that's a
It's in the
fulfillment
Bible.
is there,
I think it's in. Is it in Corinthians? Damn, I haven't read the Bible in a while. I think it's in Corinthians.
yeah. So what does it say?
It says you will receive more pleasure from giving than
Yes.
receiving.
And that's the fact.
It is.
It's been proven. I feel like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it probably releases some type of serotonin or something like that. Giving a gift,
Definitely,
making someone
definitely.
like I think seeing
Making
other
somebody
people smile. Yes, I think seeing other people smile, their serotonin or their energy,
Yeah.
maybe triggers something in your brain that releases more serotonin.
Yeah.
There's got to be some type of science
Yeah.
behind
I
that.
think it's that frequency, man.
It's-
Like
it
when you're
is.
happy,
Yeah.
it's like you give off that frequency, and then it makes you happy.
Correct.
What are your steps to being happy? And are you happy?
I mean, steps. I mean,
I know that's a hard question.
No,
but
no.
are you happy?
I mean,
like, are you happy as a man? Like,
I'm still trying to
big
figure that
thing.
out. You know, I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, I have a lot going on, but at the same time, that like a personal happiness, it comes from something else. So I'm still searching for that happiness factor. You know,
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm chill. Like, I go
Yeah.
through every single day. Like, I still smile every day. But as far as I feel like true happiness just comes in time. And you got to pretty much just balance out everything that you have going on to actually reach that level of happiness. You know,
Definitely.
it takes time. So I'm still actually trying to fulfill that aspect of me. You know,
And
It's hard.
And it
It's
may be
hard.
one of
Not- it's
those
not
things
easy.
That just like, you know, you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days, and how you get through those bad days.
Yeah.
Like if you put a smile on your face while you're doing it, and just trying to navigate through that.
Correct.
Like that's just another, you know, piece of the puzzle of like becoming better and
Yeah.
more happy.
Correct.
I always
correct,
ask that, just be like, are you happy? And I say that because there's a genuine like concern, because it's like I get it, a lot of it. Like, dude, like, I mean, like even like what 30 minutes ago, we just added a shit ton of expenses.
Expenses, yeah.
And so it's like
yeah.
that pressure, and you're like, oh fuck, no, well, more pressure, more fucking pressure. You know what I'm
more
saying?
pressure, yes, but also like
More opportunity for growth.
us knowing us, make more money, less stress.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
That's the motto.
That's what it is. Stressing over
It's
this,
not-
make more money.
You know how many times
That's
I've
it.
texted my assistant, hey, I need to stop spending so much money. And then I drink a few beers and I'm like, fuck it, just make more money, damn it.
Simple as that.
Like,
Simple
just
as
make
that.
more money. Like, that's it. So I always ask that happiness question because it is a hard one. It's a hard factor, like, to, like, balance everything. Because, I mean, I don't know about you, but I have days where I literally want to just sell everything and just quit, retire.
It's times that I just want to just be by myself for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, go back to Jamaica and chill out and live simple just for a little while. You know, no cars, no crazy house, nothing, just simple. You know,
It's nice, isn't it?
it's a reset.
It is.
It's a reset, and I feel like whenever I do that, though, you come back and it's more gratitude towards the situation that you have going on now. And it's a different level of just peace. You know,
Where do you think that stems from, though? Like,
as far as what?
where do you like that you have to do that reset? Because, like, do you think that's just normal in life? Do you think that's just normal in every man, or do you really think that do we have to do that?
I feel like every man needs it every now and again because
You think so?
know, if-
Yes,
You don't think it just exists?
dude, we
you
have
get
so
overwhelmed.
much pressure
Yeah.
on us.
it's overwhelming.
It is overwhelming.
Do we ever have the, like, this is a genuine question, do we ever have the opportunity to get rid of that pressure?
I don't think that's a possibility.
Why?
It's just in your
Unless
DNA.
you want to just say F everything and just venture off and just cut everything off like that you're
So you don't
attached
think
to.
there's ever a chance in the world where we're gonna be like just free?
10 years from now, you guys are sitting on a yacht. You have $500 million in your bank account. Do you think that it will be less stressful?
No, because that yacht still has problems.
Exactly.
That,
Exactly.
that
No,
yacht
I
still
know,
has
that's what I'm
problems.
saying.
You know?
You're always gonna have something.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be.
Well, how
some
do
problems.
you get rid of that?
Okay.
Simplicity is, I think, one of the only ways.
Every now and
But do
again.
you want to live simple?
No.
I think every now and again, even like when Steve Jobs was here, like he used to, I think, rent something, like go far away and live in a little house, no phone, no nothing, for I think like a month by himself. Just away.
Really?
He does it a week a year.
A
every
week. It was a
year.
week. Okay, away from everything, and that was his reset. Because phone calls, interviews. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much stuff, but like when you actually just get time to just get to yourself and just be able to just think for once, you know,
That'd be hard
think
for
for
me.
yourself. You think it is, but if you're willing to just say like, yo, let me just take a week off, no phone, no anything, no contact, nothing, just leave me alone for 1 week, so I could think.
I'd go crazy.
So you think
Me and my thoughts.
you might just have the best ideas? Who knows? You know. Just be by yourself.
Shit,
Be in your head a little bit.
Maybe we should all go do a golf trip reset.
No, it's supposed to be
By
just
yourself.
You.
By yourself.
Well, I just wanted to golf.
Stop trying to add us into it.
No. I meant like the boys need a boys reset.
We don't want to
too.
be a part of it.
Well, not that one, but the boys reset. The boys need a reset too.
Yeah, of course.
You need a boys reset.
You need boy time without having to focus on business. You know?
Yes.
I feel like me coming out here is a form of a reset. I'm away from a lot of stuff, you know? But at the same time, like it's away from things that I have to deal with every single day, but at the same time coming here, even though it's still business, it's still fun, but it's also different.
Yeah.
So it's still some form of a reset in some kind of way. So that kind of says like whatever you're doing, just get away for a little while. Like be around some other people for a tad bit.
That's what I'm about to do. That's why I'm going on this.
Yeah, F it. Just go.
Honestly, now thinking about it, every time I've left, it's just because when it's got hot here, and every time and then I've moved back, and I like doubled my income.
Bro, every time you go anywhere, you always grow in some other form.
Yeah.
Like I noticed that you're
important.
around different people, you're gonna learn different things.
Yeah, you're gonna just grow. Maybe I'll come back a really good golfer.
Remember,
Or
some
an
of those-
alcoholic.
That's true. Some of the most successful people have traveled the world.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like they experience stuff, like they meet people, like they talk to people, like it's just different experiences, you know? So like they think different versus a person that never leave their city. You know, like come on.
Yeah.
Think outside the box.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I've noticed just from having you guys here, like I told Anthony that last night. I texted him, I was like, bro, I just had like a full eagle kill moment yesterday. I'm like, I have so much to learn.
Yeah.
And so much room to grow. And when you get stuck in like the same pattern of like doing things a certain way and then all of a sudden see how somebody else who's doing it better than you is doing it, you grow. And like now
I feel like the first step is actually embracing that you don't know everything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then be willing to actually learn from others that probably have a bit more experience.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, like as long as you're willing to learn, then you're on a good path.
Yep.
You know? If a person is hard headed, then good luck.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. And then if you're not willing to learn, you don't.
Yeah.
You're not going to learn. That's basic. It's just basic knowledge. Like
Simple.
and that's crazy. And it's good though, man. And like it just shows like we're talking on this podcast, and I don't want y'all, the audience, to think that we just know this.
Yeah.
Or that we're trying to even act like we know what we're talking about here. This is just a creative discussion of where we've got where we're at in life. And what we believe is in the DNA of a man. And you're probably going to watch this episode and then 2 or 3 years from now watch an episode and be like, they're completely different fucking people.
Yeah.
We're still figuring this shit out. We're not telling you what we think.
But we qualify to talk about it based off of just experience. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like we're underqualified and that kind of stuff. Not like based off
No,
of like
yeah.
like we're qualified enough to talk about our experiences. So like everything that we're speaking on is literally just experience based.
It's life.
That's it. Like we're just going through our life and telling our journey based off of like how we see it, you know?
I think about this all the time. I think I love, like, one of the coolest things for me was like when I brought, Conrad, Connie, Loverboy, Daddy, whatever the fuck his nickname is today. All the goddamn nicknames there is. But when I brought him on, I was sitting back and it really hit me when he sent me the 2021 recap video. And I was just like,
I love that video.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that video epic?
Because
we'll share it in the link description down below.
You never know how much you've done until you go back and look
experiment
at stuff. Like
and look at
I was
it.
telling Loverboy, Conrad, like that yesterday, right? I was like, yo, like we do so much every single week.
And we don't take it for granted.
No, because with the way how we live life is just like, a person might save up like 3-4 years just to go on that one vacay, that one Maldives trip.
Yeah.
That was a simple, random, out of nowhere trip.
Yeah, I
that
literally
just
got the tickets 2 days before.
happened, right? But it's like you never really understand like how much you've done until you go back and look at stuff. Like, God damn, like did I really do that? Oh shit! Oh my God, I did that. So that video was amazing.
It
because
was
just
cool.
like back to back amazing activities.
I feel like he's making a documentary and not telling me. I feel like he is.
I feel like you have enough content to just like.
I feel like one day in like 10 years,
you just gave him
he's
an
gonna
idea.
give me
Actually, he's thinking about it.
He's gonna
Write it
give
down.
he's gonna just give me a video of like everything. But like this is why I do this though. Like for me, this is why I do this. This is why I am doing what I'm doing and trying to do what I'm doing in life. Is because number one, I know that whatever I set out to do, it's gonna be done.
Yeah.
Number two, I know I can achieve anything. And like number three, I think that I'm out to try and defy all odds and change everything.
Yeah.
And we're gonna record it, and I'm gonna have something to give to my kids.
Yeah.
To be like, yeah, this was the life that we lived and did.
Listen,
You know?
how I see it is this. Live your life like a movie. You know what I'm saying? You are the main character. You know, that's like one that's been like one of my biggest statements. Like, yo, you're your main character. Like walk down the street like you're that main character. You know, like everybody, like the camera's on you at all times, you know? You're in that zone because you're that main character of your life.
Comes back to the presence and alpha.
Yeah. So it's like a documentary, like, yo, there should be no reason why your life doesn't deserve to get some videos, you know, like get some content, that kind of thing. Like, I love when a person pretty much tells like that come up story and they have old videos of them doing shit.
I love that.
What? You know, like that's why like I have that on target picture. I have me on a computer just learning trading, like all these things because I just enjoyed showing my process. You know what I'm saying? So like no matter where you are in your journey and everything, like yo, just fuck it, like be that main character. You know,
Share that.
Take that picture, share because people love people that share things, like share part of that journey. It could be the most simplest thing. You might think it's boring, but there's a person that's out there that's inspired by that picture or that video.
And don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah.
That's a big one from like I had to learn, especially being on camera a lot.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like, damn, well, like, oh, that picture I looked fat, or that picture I got something in my left tooth, or that. You know what I mean?
Nothing has to be perfect, man. Nothing has to be perfect.
is perfect,
Nothing
and
is
nobody cares.
Nobody.
Remember, you only care if you care.
Yes.
You know, so
This podcast might need to be called "You Only Care If You Care,"
I love that.
featuring the Q Banks.
hey,
I love it. So, do you have any last tips or advice to give?
oh no, I was trying to sneeze. I was about to sneeze.
Well, I was like, are you smelling your armpit or sneezing or what?
No, I'm good.
Like,
I smell good.
do you have any tips or advice that you would give them, real quick rundown of to be?
Oh damn, bro! Like, I mean,
just tips on life.
overall, like how I was saying earlier, bro, just be a confident person. Like walk in a room and own that shit. You know, so like take full charge of your life. Be that main character. Like just take full charge of like not making it seem as if your life is boring. Like your life is interesting in its own way, its own presence. Like people are inspired by the most simplest thing that you might do that you might not even know about. You know.
I want to make it very clear, and I want to point out. He specifically said, take charge and take control of your life.
Yeah.
Not anyone else's around you.
No.
So walking in and owning the room doesn't mean you have the ability or need to be an asshole or you need to be all this other.
You don't need their attention.
Exactly.
But you are walking in as if you are the main attention.
Exactly.
You know?
There's a big difference.
Yeah.
I wanted to point that out and make that very clear. Take control of your life. It's not your job to take control of anyone else's life
Right.
or anything around you. So,
Well, once you take control of your life, like
Yeah.
you guys say, you know, then you can start helping other people way more.
oh, hands
I just
down.
reposted somebody said something today. Like he said, when I had 40 cents in my bank account, like I wanted to be able to give, but then I focused on myself, put everything towards myself. Now I have over $1 million in my bank account
Then you can help other people.
because I focused on myself, and now I can give.
Kind of like what we were on talking about. Like, yo, you can't.
Yeah, we just talked about
can't-
It was with you.
You
I think we
can't
talked
build a
about that
house and give your bricks away as your house is getting built.
Yo,
again. Mhm.
You know,
You
like
end
Andrew
up- you
said,
end
like
up-
it's not what it's better to have one house versus two half houses,
Yep.
right?
Because you're either in the not getting rained on or you're
Yeah,
getting rained on.
Exactly.
So you don't give your bricks away
Yeah.
as you're building your house. Just build your house first, and then you can take your house and invite people in.
Exactly.
And
also,
that's a hard one.
accept the moment that you're in. Like we're all at different levels, you know.
Yeah.
Just take every moment and grow in every moment.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
And enjoy it. I think gratitude is the greatest thing that anyone could ever have. I think
Correct.
if you can learn how to be thoroughly grateful for everything that you do. Like I used to like. It was actually kind of funny. Megs found my grateful rock. So do you remember that rock I'd carry around everywhere? It was always in my pocket, and every time I'd put my hand in my pocket, I'd say 10 things I was grateful for.
Yeah.
And I like tricked myself, and I stopped that. Now she found the rock the other day, and like she picked it up and she named 10 things that she was grateful for. And then now it's sitting on our stool at our house, and every time, not our stool, like our countertop, and every time now we made it like a point the last few days to walk by it, pick the rock up, hold it in our hand, and say out loud 10 things we're grateful for again. Because it
Awesome.
is. And so it's like that little shit that you don't realize. And I think gratitude is the largest, it can have the largest impact on your life than you have ever thought it could.
Yeah.
Like, I think being grateful for everything, like everyone takes everything for granted, but like, could you imagine if you only had one arm? But do you ever, like, seriously, like, I talk about that all the time, but like, do you ever think about that, right? Like, I think about that, like,
because I seen a person with one arm the other day, well, I don't mean to laugh at the one arm person. But like with the other arm, she's holding her husband's hand. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, like, that's cool, but damn, it must suck to have like one arm throughout the entire day, you know. But at the same time, like, she's still using her other arm for something that she actually cares about.
Because she's probably grateful that she has 2 legs and one arm, no arms.
You still have one other arm. Like, there's some people in the world with no arms and no legs.
Yes.
They can't even wash their face.
I know.
You know, there's things that people might do for them that they can never ever give back because they don't have that ability.
And that's why I'm a big fan and a big believer of gratitude, and I think. I think everyone should practice that.
Yeah, no, that's one thing. Honestly, me and Malin go on gratitude walks where we just go on the walk, talk about everything that we're grateful for.
That's incredible.
Oh yeah, and
I love that though, because like, I mean, I haven't incorporated those things yet, like the rock and like the walks. Like, I'm working on that. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like the whole fact of finding happiness and all these things, like, it comes with so much, bro. It comes with so much, and like, just incorporating those things, like the rock, a little walk here and there, like, just.
I challenge you. I challenge you to try it.
I'm working on it.
Once a day. Like, I challenge you once a day. Maybe just sit down and write down 10 things you're grateful for.
And I'm working on it. No. I'm gonna try, because like, that's things that I literally want to incorporate in my life in some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Like more than you can even imagine, because it gives like good practice, like good repetition to like think more about certain things that you might not even think about every single day. Like, days and days and days might go by and you don't even think about things that you're even happy for. You're just complaining the entire fucking day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you might be in a great situation to somebody else, but to you, you're like, whatever. You know, but there's things that you could definitely be grateful for that you got to pretty much voice.
I think about that all the time. It's like, I'm sitting down and I'm like, I talk with Jamal and I talk with everyone and we're talking about business, and it's like he said, you know, like he was we're talking about one of our companies, and he was just like, you know, we did X this month, and we were mad about it.
Yeah.
You guys did some porno this month?
Some what?
Some porn, dude?
Yeah. But like, we know we made X amount of money, and he was like, and I was mad about it, but I looked back and my job, my company that I used to own back in the day.
Yeah.
That was a year. That was a year.
Yeah. I was like, bro, it's crazy to think about, but at the same time, like, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves because we have a lot of expectations, but also like we expect a lot out of ourselves, and the things that we actually put our name on, like, we expect the most out of it. So, you know.
Final question for you.
What's up?
Do you believe? I just came up with this question on the spot, and it's actually fucking dope. So I really want to get this out.
All right, get it out, man.
Do you believe there is more pressure from the world on you, or from yourself onto yourself? So do you think there is self-derived pressures?
It's always self-derived pressure, because you could easily say, fuck everything that, you know, that the world has on me. Like, I don't have to deal with it. Like, you don't have to pay your bills and everything. You don't have to do anything, you know? Like, think about it. Like, you could stop doing everything that you think that you have to do, you know? That's with the world, but with yourself, like, you expect a lot out of yourself. So like, you're literally just purposely stressing your own self out, you know, because you obviously want to be better and that kind of stuff. At the same time, like, you don't technically have to do everything. You don't have to do anything except just living your skin, you know?
Yep.
But besides that, like all the pressure is pretty much just you just trying to actually grow as a person, that kind of thing. So you're gonna have that personal pressure because you're trying to grow as a person.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that because it actually made me realize and made me think like that the pressures that we put on ourselves that we typically blame the world for are probably just us.
Dude, they're good
That's it.
pressures.
There are good pressures,
It's
but
good
there's
pressures, yeah.
but there's self-derived pressures that we just have put on ourselves instead of the world actually putting them on us, which makes me just think that
The world doesn't put pressure, bro.
No, you could just.
We choose to take on the world's pressure.
so men have no pressures.
Think about it.
We just choose to be great, so therefore we put ourselves in
don't-
pressureful
think about
pressure
it.
situations.
You don't have to pay your bills, but what will be the outcome? Things get shut off.
You're gonna end up
House is
homeless.
gone. You know what I'm saying? Like there's all these things gone, but okay, if all those things happen, you could still have life. You know,
Yeah.
you could stop paying everything, stop doing this, stop doing that. Like don't talk to anybody. Like, but there's gonna be repercussions. But will you still be alive? Yeah, you'll still be alive. But that's just the repercussions of you know, like with the world. But personally, like your personal self, like you want to put that pressure because you don't want to be in a situation that you don't want to be in.
Yeah,
So you're gonna
love
put that
that.
pressure on yourself.
I do.
I love
Yeah,
that.
too.
Well, if I had a beer or a shot, I would cheers to self-derived pressures because I just found out and realized that I'm the only one fucking
Exactly, stressing
pushing
yourself.
stressing myself the fuck out over here. Ain't nothing else stressing me out but my goddamn self over here. So
Which is fine.
and honestly, and that's the whole point of like life, you know, is living up to the expectations you put on yourself and putting the proper and right expectations on yourself and growing with the way you want to grow with yourself and realize that probably no one else even cares how
Okay.
you grow.
You only care if you care, bro.
Yeah, you
know
only
what I'm
care if
saying?
you
Like,
care.
That's it.
I love that. I'm about to start saying that. You only
Me
care if you
too.
care.
Me too, man.
I love that, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on, man. This has been a
Likewise.
blast. We've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I'm about
Shit,
to go
I've
home
learned a
and-
lot. You know, so I'm always
about
going to
to-
learn.
That's the whole point of this is
Yeah.
for us to just talk and put ourselves out there and for us to grow along with you guys and hopefully maybe we help inspire you to grow somehow, or you can inspire us to grow. So if you
Definitely.
have any tips or advice, go ahead and put them in the comments section below, please. And we like topics to talk about, so maybe one time we can go through all the comments and topics and talk about random topics like that. Also tag someone that maybe we should interview. Tag them in and also give us a follow on. Well, I guess we don't have the Instagram yet, do we? Nope. Okay, we'll announce the Instagram later. We'll announce the Instagram later. But make sure you are following us personally. My name on Instagram is _ANTHONYSWORLD_. This is
At QBanks, CUEBANKS.
And then I'm at Derek_Vandy.
I love that. And well, thank you.
I do
And-
want to say, brother, since you've been here, both you guys, honestly, have made me want to grow more and seeing the light in different ways, and I appreciate you guys for that.
Appreciate it,
I
man. It means a lot.
love
It means
that.
a lot.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Yeah, I
It
love
means
it.
a lot. Trust
It
me.
does.
I appreciate you guys.
This is what we want to do.
Yeah.
So this is the DNA of a man, and we are here to grow. So let's just fucking grow.
Peace out.